So what is microgrid? Microgrid is really it's a local island or where the generations and critical loads combine together and allow to stable operations in a normal operating conditions as well as some of the grid disturbances. So microgrid, I would say, is a self-sufficient island within the larger grid ocean and able to maintain its own load and generation balance. So the microgrid is self-sufficient, but it can be connected to the grid. We call it grid connected mode, or it can be islanded. When it's grid connected, it's really optimizing with the energy price, even sometimes contributing to the grid with renewable resources. When there's any disturbance into the grid, it disconnects itself immediately and keep the load and generation balance within that island, and that's where it achieves the grid resiliency. So in terms of a scale of a microgrid, it really depends. It could be as small as the one building to the few buildings or campuses, the hospital campuses, or it could be large as the small town or mid-sized town or a city. What is important is that how you maintain the load generation balance, being a resilient, self-sufficient within that island. Who will benefit from the microgrid? So I would say that I categorize into three different objectives. Either you want to reduce your energy bills, so reducing the energy bill. The second, I would say the objective could be increasing the grid reliability and resiliency. And third would be more maximizing the renewables and minimizing the carbon emission. Who can get most benefited from the microgrid? The critical loads. Primary examples of hospitals, also some of the defense sites, as well as the remote community where the small corridor or only single transmission lines coming to feed that power. So all of those critical loads, even the campuses, university campuses can also get benefited. In general, grid is reliable, but in some of the catastrophic events, or extreme weather conditions, it's possible that the grid may experience interruptions for a certain period of time. Critical loads such as hospitals and defense systems cannot afford to have interruptions of even for a second. So in those conditions, the microgrid can help island itself from the overall larger grid disruptions and maintain the stable power supply to the hospitals or a military base. I want to give you one particular example. 1,000-acre Philadelphia Navy shipyard was abandoned and now thriving a commercial center. So GE team, with the Philadelphia Navy shipyard, helped to build a facility with 32 megawatts annual energy, which is equivalent to the energy demand of a town, and sufficient to not just maintain the reliability and resiliency within that island to feed those commercial center, but also reduce the energy cost. And we are also looking into the sustainability and improving the renewable energy resources for such systems as well. The utility sees the microgrid as an opportunity to improve reliability indices. With the help of microgrid, they can achieve the reliability and reduce interruptions times in those remote communities as well as for the critical loads. So with the help of microgrid, they could even achieve the decarbonization goal or carbon emission goal with the help of local renewable or distributed energy resources in combination of critical loads. GE is really one-stop shop for microgrid systems, I would say. Looking from the generation, we have a hybrid systems, energy storage, as well as some of the load control mechanisms, demand side response. So I would say that whatever required for a microgrid ecosystem from generations to the load, you would find that. We are looking at the microgrid not just as an optimization or maximizing the renewables or improving the reliability or even reducing the energy cost. We're also looking at how a real-time operations and control of this microgrid can help to be achieve stability at every second level. Beyond that, I would say that even the support, the G advantage, relationship, and the services that allows to make this kind of project successful and delivered within a given time frame.